I remember we would draw these maps of the This actually looks kind of similar to this other fruit that I love the taste of, but this doesn't look like anything familiar. Okay, let's keep going. Whoa, what's that? There's still something on my lens. Now's it good? Nice. Hey everyone, how's it going? So I've been thinking about something and here's what I've concluded. Okay, so ever since well, first of all, hey everyone, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in for today's video. Once again, there's something on my lens. Okay, seems to be fixed. Now, from as far back as I can remember, I've always wanted a vehicle, whether that's like a quad or a race quad or some type of car or just like a motorized vehicle. I once even wanted like these like small scooters, like not like a normal scooter, but like even smaller, and it was motorized. And then now there's like motorized off-road skateboards and mountain bikes. There's all types of really cool motorized vehicle things that could get me to further spots to adventure that normally I wouldn't go to because they're just too far away. But I was thinking about it and I thought, you know, if I were to get a vehicle like that, I would probably just like drive far distances and stuff, and I wouldn't take the time to enjoy all the little things. So right now, because I don't have a vehicle that can take me on roads farther than I've ever been, it makes me observe and like notice little things. So like little plants, I'll like look really closely at the leaves and little flowers and insects. And I feel like if I had a motorized vehicle or any type of thing like that, I wouldn't enjoy and notice all these little things that can be just as rewarding to look at and, you know, kind of like try to learn about. So I'm starting to not really want, like obviously it'd be cool to get like some type of something that I could like drive to other spots that I normally don't go to. But because I don't have a vehicle like that, it forces me to explore all the different side roads and different jungly spots that I can find that are nearby. So, you know, you could think of it like, oh, if I just had like a car or something, then I could make great videos because then I could go to these spots. But honestly, if you don't have a car, it forces you to, you know, make the most of what you can get to. So simple little plants that if I was on a car, I would just like drive right past. I stop, and because I'm walking a lot of it, pretty much on all the time, I stop and observe it, and I like notice little animals and insects that normally I would probably just drive right past. So honestly, I'm in no rush to get a vehicle. So yeah, we have to enjoy the simple and little things. You know, honestly, sometimes the simplest things can be like the coolest finds, like some type of little insect or some type of little mushroom that you just find on some piece of a branch that is falling down. Whoa, spider right there. I walk into so many cobwebs. Whew. Let's see what is, well, it's pretty muddy over there. So guys, this is actually a river right down here. That is a river, and it's really strange because a big portion of the river is underground. So up there I found the river another time, and then I followed it and it just came to an end. But then like further down that way, follow it there and you get to the river that reappears. So whenever there's mud like this, any types of marks get left very easily. So you can kind of figure out what types of stuff have been around here. You just notice there's some, those better be dog paws. I mean, it could be, they could be some type of bigger cat, some type of large cat somewhere out here. I've just found some more footprints or paw prints. Those ones, do you see the design, how the toes are kind of more rounded, and then these ones are sharper looking, pointier, more like claws. So I'm not sure if both of these are dog prints, but one of them could be like a dog and the other one could be like a cat cat, a bigger cat or something. Remember, sometimes when I see these, this is a massive termite nest. Just look at the size of that compared to my hand, and these can grow to, whoa. Ah, ah, ah. Whoa, those aren't termites, those are ants that bite. Oh, yeah, I've seen this before. So termites make these nests, but I guess sometimes the termites move out, and then these ants will come and take over. So if we can get a focus, then these ants will come and take it over, I guess. See, this is what I'm talking about. Because I can't just drive super far, I really have to, I notice all these little, simple, tiny things. Just look at that. There's no way I would notice that if I was driving in and I wasn't really paying attention to little things that are off to the side in the bushwack. The bushwack, that just sounds funny. Let's see, what shall we talk about? You know, during these outing and adventures, I have these times, these moments where I feel nothing else seems to matter, and I'm just right here, right now, in the moment. So right about now, I would say nothing else is on my mind except for being right here, right now. I'm not thinking about what's the next thing I'm gonna say, the next word, what's the next shot that I'm going to film. I'm just here, observing my surroundings. I see little spiders, little butterflies, all doing their thing. I got this ginormous tree here doing its thing, growing into a majestic, massive tree. Come around the tree, have different pods. Whoa! This right here looks like a guanacaste tree pod type thing. And the guanacaste tree is Costa Rica's national tree. It's a super awesome one. And I believe this is a guanacaste tree. So, guanacaste tree for the win. So this right here is a stack of grapefruit. Also not quite ripe, but I'm guessing in the near future those grapefruits will be ripe and then have a delicious snack right here. This one's nearly ripe, but not quite. Sometimes what I just do is I just sit around and think of some of my best memories or things, funny things that I've done in the past. And I remember that ever since I was a kid, myself and a few of my friends, we always had a super kind of like adventurous kind of like outlook on the world and stuff. So we used to go to the school, and that's actually how I met a few of my best friends. And I remember we would draw these maps of the school and just like draw it on a piece of paper, and we would pretend that there was treasures throughout the school. So then in like recess, we'd have to like search and like go search through here and around these trees and bushes and stuff, and to get to like the spot where there's a treasure. And there wasn't actually a treasure, but it was just kind of like a really fun way of exploring, and it was almost like making a simple recess something, making it super adventurous. So I remember ever since I was a kid, I always have kind of had an adventurous mindset. I'm standing on this rock and I cannot believe I did not step on this little worm. I feel like you could film a movie scene right there, like climbing over this super mossy, slippery rock, like running from zombies up the mountain to escape. Maybe we'll have to make a movie like that one day. A few of you guys have been like, Achua, what if you get lost while you're out? What if you get disoriented and you cannot find your way home? Well, first of all, that would be very unfortunate. But I try not to think about it too much, because if I go out and every time I'm just super worried about getting lost, then I'm gonna probably end up getting lost one day, and then I'm not gonna really be enjoying the outdoors much. It's not like I go miles and miles and miles and miles away. Sometimes I'll be pretty far away from home, but it's not like I'm just going into the Amazon jungle and then I'm just gonna go in some random direction. So I try to go in directions that would make sense. Like, I like to follow rivers and stuff, that way I can come back and I try to remember what stuff I've passed. So certain trees, if I passed a river, did I pass some type of plant or something, or a certain rock, or a certain type of design in the layout of the land. I try to remember stuff like that. And if you do that, you shouldn't have any problem getting lost. Oh, there you are. Okay. The part of Costa Rica which I live in is kind of known as a drier jungle, as well as a kind of, and then it's also a mix of a wetter, kind of damper, more jungle. So the southern end of Costa Rica is more of a wet, there's more maybe lush plants, and then towards the northern end of Costa Rica it's more of a drier jungle, and I'm kind of right in the middle. So I'll see a lot of plants that would be growing in a drier jungle, as well as ones that would be growing in a wetter jungle. Because some of the other spots towards maybe the northern end of Costa Rica, you won't see as many like lush green plants, and then if you go further south, you'll see like crazy amount, way more super lush green plants. Alright, well, today has been very fun, and thank you all for joining along. Today's positive quote is, if today were the last day of my life, what I want to be doing what I'm about to do today, by Steve Jobs. And definitely not a bad quote to live by. It's a pretty good one. What this quote means to me is, you know, you should figure out what you enjoy doing the most and what brings joy and happiness, not necessarily happiness, but just like contentness, and try to spend as much time as you can doing that. Now, of course, you don't always have control about what you get to do. Now, when you're younger, you have to do stuff like school and stuff, but you do get other free time where you do get to choose what you spend your time doing. And I was thinking about it, I was like, am I doing what I want to be doing? And I thought about it, I was like, yeah, like I'm totally content doing what I do. Whenever I can, I spend time outside. I create videos and growing an audience on YouTube, like building a brand. I've made quite a few awesome, met quite a few awesome people and made some pretty cool friends with other young creators that are on other parts of the world. And I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I'm totally happy doing what I'm doing today. You should think about that. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. Was it? But yeah, if you're not doing what you would want to be doing if it were the last day of your life, you may want to like figure out how you can spend more time doing what you would want to be doing if it were the last day of your life. That's it for today's video. We are nearly to 100,000. That is going to be an amazing, just crazy, just next level stuff, a next level milestone to have reached. Thank you all for joining along. Remember to keep always doing awesome stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bang! Woohoo! Yeah! Whoa! Yippee! Keep on running, keep on running. Woo! All right, that was fun. See you guys.